Hey everybody, and welcome to the MOMAGER show. I am so excited today because I'm at a gym. It's a great location, but it's not in a tight room. It's in a place where we'd be able to do some physical activity. So this is an opportunity for you to understand that it's not always about a singer, a dancer. You might want to be involved in sports for your children. You might want to open up their horizons so that you could say, you know what, I might not have talent to pass down to my kids, but I do understand that this kid has a great body. Maybe this kid could be able to train people. So I have a trainer here today. I have some special guests from News 12. The guest name is Elizabeth, and she does a workout fit in the show. So we're excited about that. The trainer trains my daughter Ashanti and prepares her for any shows, TV, film, videos. So you're going to get a chance to see that. But just so that you know, we're going to have a good time today. We're on location in the gym, and take a look at some of the things that I'm offering today so that you could sit back and say, wow, it's not all about the entertainment business, not all about the social world of sports and the like. So welcome, and stay tuned for my first guest. This is Elizabeth from News 12. Yay! Oh my God. And what she did today, let me just put this and connect this together. I always tell you how to get involved with helping out your children. Some children want to sing, some want to dance, some people want to train. And I have Elizabeth here because she does a workout fitness show on the weekends for News 12.
That's right.
And what she did today, why don't you tell us what you did today?
So the weekend workout, we try to inspire people to, commit to getting fit, and we give them a little inspiration by profiling some amazing trainers that are on Long Island. And so today we were with your daughter Ashanti's trainer here in New Hyde Park, and we got a fantastic workout.
It was a great workout. I watched it. I loved it, and it's quick, and it's for also people at home.
Right.
It's just not for here in the gym with people that come physically here. If you have children, if you have little kids, there's some things you can do right at home. That's what I love about the show. That's what I watch.
Right, and one of the good things too is if you are going to the gym later and you're like, oh, that's right, I stopped doing that, or I wasn't sure that was what I needed to remember, that, the professionals that we have on here, really bring it, and they have such great energy and such great expertise.
Exactly. So I want to thank you for
My
taking
pleasure.
care of Raheim. He's a trainer who I'm going to have to interview in a couple of minutes also. But I just want to say thank you again. I really
pleasure.
appreciate it. And we're going to have another guest that works with Elizabeth, that behind the scenes, people don't understand that cameramen are important. You might not want to be in the front. You might want to be behind the scenes. The camera guys do it all as well.
You want to know something cool?
Yeah.
Brian and I have won a bunch of Emmy Awards together. Yeah.
See what
so
I
you have
mean?
an Emmy Award-winning photographer for your shoot today.
Wait, high five on that one, Elizabeth. Oh my God. So
Good times.
you see what happens when you come to the MOMAGER show. You get all kind of information for your children, for people that you want to get in the business. If you just are a guardian, or maybe you adopted, or you have foster kids that are talented, it's important that you come to a show like the MOMAGER show so you can meet wonderful people like Elizabeth. And so we'll see you in a couple of minutes, and I'll have another guest. Thanks. Say bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, I told you that we had a wonderful location segment today. We met Elizabeth from News 12, and she's in the forefront. She's doing exercises. She's showing everybody what it's like to be healthy and take care of your body. Now, you might have a child that's talented, that can sing and dance and maybe be in drama, but I showed you a different type of talent, which were trainers, and that's how I got Elizabeth involved. But there are also people that work behind the scenes that you might not ever see, but do a lot of work and are responsible for all of these great segments that you see on TV and film and so forth. So I have a gentleman here by the name of Brian. Thank you for coming by the show. So Brian is the cameraman, and I would say Elizabeth's partner, so to speak.
True. We've been
because
working
you
together
work
for-
together. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, I work with Elizabeth all the time.
How long?
about 16 years now.
16 years.
We bounce ideas off each other. We shoot the segments. We figure out the best way to get the best video and to get the point across, especially with the workout segments. And depending upon the angles, and then we edit it all together and try to get the best product on the air.
And that's the key. It's editing. So I just want to say thank you for stopping by,
Thank you,
Brian. I just want to show people that there are all kinds of professions that you can get your children involved in. Okay, some are in the forefront, some are behind the scenes. Some are executive producing. My youngest daughter, Shia, helps me produce this show. So thank you again for coming by.
Thank you
and
very
we'll
much.
see you soon. Say bye. Hey everyone, so I am really excited about being here today. I have a special guest, and his name is Raheim Chapman. And Raheim happens to be Ashanti's personal trainer. And he's the one that makes sure that she gets in shape for whether it be a video or a TV show or a film, whatever it is that she's doing that she wants to not necessarily lose weight, but tighten up. You have actors, you have singers, you have people that do behind the scene work. I showed you cameramen, but Ra is a trainer. Tell me a little bit about how you got started and why. What motivated you to take this as your profession?
Well, I've always been into fitness. I played sports growing up.
What kind of
half my
sports
life, I
did
played football half my life. So I wanted to be, coming up, I wanted to be a physical therapist.
Ah.
So I got a head start on teaching myself, getting human anatomy books and teaching myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized I wanted to, I like being physical. I like working out and everything.
Right.
So I just took that, it naturally just came to me.
Oh.
So it's not, I do it effortlessly. It's not really that hard.
Right,
You understand? Certain things, I'd be like, how did I ever learn?
How did this come to me?
Like, yeah, I don't remember even teaching myself how to do this move properly. It's just like, I just
Like
know
a
it.
natural
Yeah.
thing. So sometimes you gotta follow what it might be, a spirit that's telling
Yes.
you, you know what, it's in me,
Yes.
I gotta do this. And you never know, and look where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of it, like you said, is self-taught. And sometimes that's the best way, because when you self-teach, it makes it easier for you to teach
Yes.
someone else. And I bet it gives you pride when you can see results on your clients.
And it
You
gave
know
me a
what I
head
mean?
start. It gave me a head start on the muscle groups, practicing human anatomy books. It gave me that head start, so I already knew off top, this is your quad, this is your hamstring, this is your pec, this is your bicep, this is your tricep. And I studied the bones, so that was,
And that's all she
That's
wrote.
it.
That's where it got started.
that's it.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I use a variety of different moves. I don't focus on one particular way of training, as far as just weight training or functional training. I try to keep it mixed up.
Okay.
So-
Why do you do that, though?
It's to keep their body guessing, so the body doesn't get used to just one particular way of training.
Okay.
All right?
Got
So
it,
that's,
got it.
That's the body, keeps their body guessing, keeps them on top of the game.
And keeps the body kind of wanting more
Yes.
as a result of the different parts that and the functions that.
Yes.
Right, right. Okay, so you train people from all walks of life. You happen to train my daughter, which is Ashanti.
Yes.
And I know it's difficult because it's hard to get into a routine because we do a lot of traveling. She's always on tour. She's always doing shows. So tell me a little bit about how you get her prepared for what she needs to do.
I try to be as hard as I can on her.
And he is. I watched the snaps.
She tries to tell me sometimes I'm not doing that. I say, yes, you are doing this today, all right? Some days she's tired,
Yeah,
from
rightfully
traveling
so,
and
yeah.
things. So I don't expect as much out of her when she's tired like that.
Yeah.
And I don't try to do too much with her because that brings down your immune system.
Right.
And you get sick.
Right.
Right, so, but I just try to keep her on top of everything. I try to always have a jump rope.
And push her.
Yeah, always have a jump rope.
Right.
In between jump rope, she's dancing. Right? Right?
Good,
Yeah, that's about it.
Along with keeping your body right is a nutrition factor also, and I know she follows a pretty good regime. She juices, but does that actually help if you eat right?
Yes, if it wasn't for her diet, there's no telling where she would be at.
Yeah.
Because her diet is good.
Okay,
So that's probably the main thing that's helping her.
Part of the the challenge.
Yes.
Getting
So
your body right.
what you put in your body is 80% of your lifestyle. You understand?
Yeah.
Working out is nothing.
Right.
What you put in your body, if you want your body to change, you have to change what you put inside your body.
Exactly. So basically, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the MOMAGER show, and you never know what you're going to learn here. Like, it's not only for entertainment. It's not only for, you might have somebody that's in the sports life that you think can play football or basketball, okay? You might know singers and dancers, but here we have a professional trainer that trains celebrities and trains just regular people as well. So thank you for stopping by to the MOMAGER show. I'm really proud of Raheim and what he's done with Ashanti, and she really does listen. She'll complain, but she sees the final result and she's happy. So that's all that counts. But if you want to learn about training, if you want to learn about what I could do with my child, they're pretty good. My kid is solid. Maybe they need to go to the gym. Okay, they go to the gym. Maybe they might want to train.
I train young kids too.
Exactly. So stop by the MOMAGER show. Thanks again, and thank you for coming by.
All right.
We could do hugs here, you know. All right. Okay, so how did you like that? I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so thankful that I have different types of artists that I can introduce you to, people that will come by and explain to you what their business is. I'll give you different examples of who you could say to your child, you know what, you might not be able to dance or sing, but you sure look really good physically. You eat right. So to match eating right, you want to be able to keep healthy by working out. So I hope you got a chance to see things like that, and also what you could do behind the scenes. The cameramen, those are the people that make sure everything is put together. And it's not just for News 12. It's not just for a TV show. It could be just for something you might be editing at home. So thanks again for stopping by the MOMAGER show, and we will see you next time. Peace. So you want to make sure that your artist has the right music. Well, with my MOMAGER show, not only am I going to show you how it's done and explain to you how it's done, but I'm going to give you a legend and an icon in the mix. Here I have with me today is my family. He has created songs with Ashanti. He has created songs on the soundtrack for a Morgan Creek film with Ashanti. So, and there's going to be even more of that. So as you move forward with your artist, you're going to want to do the same thing. So that's your lesson. But now let me introduce my family. LT Hutton's in the house. LT.
It's a pleasure.
Well, tell me and tell my audience a little bit about how when you first met Ashanti and why right now we're family.
That's a loaded question. I mean, when I first met you guys, it was instant. You know what I mean? Good people are good people. And in an industry full of, you know what, so it's kind of hard to find that genuine connection with some people, because some people, you know, they make it all about monetary gains.
Right.
And in life, you know, nothing great comes when it's just about a monetary gain. Like when you deal with like the NBA, when that kid picks up that basketball for the first time, he's not saying, I'm going to make millions of dollars.
Right.
He's just saying, I enjoy the game. So that's genuine. And you guys had just that genuine, you know, outlook on life. You know what I mean? I love the combination and how you guys interacted. And, you know, it was just love. You know what I'm saying? And me coming
from the beginning.
Yeah, for me, coming from where I come from, you know, I sought out, you know, scenarios where, you know, it has to be more than about money, and we had that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the relationship and just that strong foundation with Kincaid, you know what I'm saying? It was just solid. So for me, before we even started making music, it was just that connection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now when we got into the talent part, you know, you already know Boo Boo with the pen.
Boo Boo is what LT calls Ashanti, but we call him Boo Boo too. So when I send him texts, when I call, it's like, Boo Boo, I need you to come and do this interview with me.
It's like our code names for everybody.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? So it's
exactly.
like, you know, Like, no, boo boo. But yeah, with the pen, you know, her writing skills was amazing, so I always wanted to dive in. And once we got an opportunity to actually work together and just vibe out, you know, we all hit it off, and you know, we've been glued ever since.
Ever since. And when he says hit it off, he's being really modest. She's done the Tupac song for the 10th anniversary. He has a relationship, obviously, with Afeni. And I just want to take it back for a moment because people really don't know who you are. I know who you are, but they don't know. If you think Straight Outta Compton was an incredible movie, he has ties with people that are connected to Tupac. So tell us a little bit about your background and who you worked with and how you started and where you built this empire.
Yeah, started in music in the 90s, signed to Death Row Records. Of course, I'm a part of the Dogg Pound, Snoop Dogg. That was the beginning. From that, I took over Ruthless Records in 1998, I believe. So I went from Death Row to Ruthless, the only person who made that kind of transition.
Icon.
Which was weird for a lot of people, but for me it was just about bringing things together and being able to work with two different empires. Ruthless was an empire, Death Row was an empire, and me just seeing it business-wise to understand that Death Row, you know, went on a decline for whatever reasons, and you know, I just kind of bridged the gap in between the two. From that, still having my own label with Universal with Doug Morris, and putting the East Coast West Coast scenario to bed by making, you know, the Dogg Pound Lost Boys connection, bringing that all back together. Then with Mark Pitts and all of those guys, kind of, you know, just putting the whole East Coast West Coast war to bed. You know, I was instrumental in that. And just, you know, making records for not just West Coast artists, but for everybody, and doing not just rap, but doing rap and R&B, but in all of that, still doing film production, you know, which has always been a super love of mine. Like, people always ask, is music over film, or is film over music? It's always been both for me, you know. And
the marriage of the two.
And I hate the fact that, you know, people try to say that we can only do one thing, like you can only be talented in one thing. That's not the truth. But they'll let J-Lo sing, perform, and not even question it. You follow what I'm saying?
They want to keep us sometimes in a box.
Want to keep us in a box and say, well, you know, like even with athletes, they say, okay, if you're an athlete, you can't rap, or you can't have another talent, you can't act. Or if you're a singer, they say you can't do film and television. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Art is art. You know what I mean? And how you express your artistry, it just depends on how you feel that day. You know, like I gotta tell people, you can't tell somebody how to create art. Like, if I tell you, put purple where it's red, then it's now not your art. Your art said purple.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or red, whatever it said, that's your art. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great analogy. And you know, at the end of the day, I get exactly what you're saying. That's why we were so cautious when it came to Ashanti. She was a superstar in the music. She got her Grammys, Guinness Book of World Records, and everything else. But when it came time to getting scripts, people were like, you're going to go into a movie? I don't think you should do that. And we took steps lightly. We started off with Coach Carter. Then we built our way, but we took small quality parts. And it was primarily because we wanted people to take her seriously. When she did Coach Carter, she played Kara, the pregnant teenager. We didn't want people to see Ashanti in the audience. We didn't want them to be in the audience and say, that's Ashanti. We didn't want to see that. So you're 100% right. When you're in this business, do not let anybody stop you or cap you from doing what you think your artist does or your child does. Ashanti's my daughter, and I'm fortunate enough to have a multi-talented daughter, and your daughter or your son can do the same. So tell them a little bit more about this latest project that you have, that we're so excited and we're going to be gung-ho to do this whole Tupac week.
Yeah, right now, you know, the new project we have is called All Eyes on Me, one of the phenoms. And like when you said about Compton and different things, when I sought out to do our stories. I put a lot of stories in the system, you know, and try to bring light to them because, like I said, Hollywood, they choose to tend what they want to tell about us,
Right.
and they sometimes actually dictate what we should see about ourselves. And it's
Right.
like, how in the hell are you gonna tell our stories when you're not from our culture?
And you don't know
And you
what
don't
happened
know, right,
in the
you
streets.
don't know our stories, and you don't know what the feelings are, what the vibes are, what happened in the streets, what happened in the studio. Like you have to be accurate. You know what I mean? Like me, you know, you can if you are disciplined enough to do the research, but it's almost hard to go and do research on 50 years of culture
Right.
and get it completely right.
And
You
it's
know what I'm
their
saying?
life. You're
Yeah,
living
you
it
have
every
to,
day.
Every day. So me, I kind of took the banner and ran with a lot of the great ones, as many as I could, before some other stations and people cannibalized them.
Right.
Because some of them I lost because I can't do everything. And they cannibalized those pictures. So the ones that we have, you know, are going to be all like Compton, Tupac being the mother lode of them all, you know what I mean? And All Eyes on Me is just going to be one of those, you know, historic events, man. And if you like Compton, wait till you see All Eyes on Me.
You know, and I can speak for it. I have experience in terms of I saw the screen. I laughed, I cried, I was angry, I was very emotional. It takes you on an emotional roller coaster. And, you know, I have my own experiences, and I've been around in terms of what I've seen in terms of film and TV and anything in the entertainment business in terms of music. But this film right here is it's a cultural phenomenon, just like LT mentioned. It brings you, of course, all genres. And Ashanti was lucky. She's one of the only artists that did a record with Biggie and Tupac. So at the end of the day, we feel a closeness to this because she did the 10th year anniversary, like I said, the Tupac. Oh my God. We were so excited to get that opportunity. But in any case, I just want to thank you for coming here.
No problem.
Him and Ashanti are going to be working on the soundtrack and the
100%.
score, so we're excited about that. And this is another episode of MOMAGER. I'm excited to bring you more information. And thank you, LT, again. I love you.
And at the
You're my
premiere, we're going to do a
family.
part 2, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We'll give y'all some exclusives.